I wanted to return to an absolute classic that I absolutely love doing, which is the shield comp. So we have the stunning passives that I like to use for that one. I find you don't really exactly need more, but obviously there are tons of passives to find along the way, which are really, really nice. Like Training Tablet. Training Tablet is a very decent passive for giving you a win condition against Demon, and I just want to make sure I'm set up for that because I don't want this run to end when I get to Demon. But the one thing I'm trying out is, yeah, you can actually start off with level 3 orbs in your deck now. And that sounds like a fun thing to try out, so I'm trying it out. Now, wow, 8-4 already. Oh my god, this is actually pretty juiced in a circle. Ideally, I am killing people with the revenge damage, but until I get to the point where I can see that I'm not fighting DM War, I'm happy to just keep smashing through enemies, I think. Now, one thing I did notice with the starting with upgraded orbs in your deck is that it only goes up to level 3. So if you want to get funny with the Highway Aubrey, you can't, which is truly very unfortunate. I would have absolutely loved to do that. See how high it can go and see how far you can get with that. But one of the reasons I wanted to try it out is, well, A, I'd never tried it out, so that's like a main reason. But also, this is just like kind of a fun run to try and fully stack passives for. Because I don't have to worry about doing the upgrades. I don't need the tempo that upgrades provide because I've already done the upgrades effectively. And I certainly think there will be some spots in the future where I will want to start with upgraded orbs in my deck. Now, I'm not exactly sure which runs those are, because I actually did get very, very used to the tempo of upgrading the orbs yourself. It's actually a very interesting dilemma for custom orb runs. But yeah, it'd be nice just to experiment not having to do it for a while. And so that's definitely something I'll do for a bit. Some greed would also certainly be nice. That's a lot of shielding. Ideally, I can make it so that if I'm not fighting DMO, I can just deal no damage, but I'm not sure how possible that will be. Because I actually have a lot of scaling, as it turns out. It makes fights like both of the demons pretty simple. Where otherwise, they really won't be. A lot of the time, those fights can get nasty. See, that's what I'm after. That is absolutely what I'm after. Actually, I'm just going to try and troll a bit. Just because, as I mentioned, I really like getting the revenge kills. Revenge is not usually a passive that you're actually going to get use out of, and I just call it revenge. This is the proposal service, of course. And yeah, it means that when you do, it's nice to actually get use out of it, because technically the number is pretty big. Unfortunately, you just need a very decent amount of shielding to actually 5-1 cash would be beautiful, wouldn't it? I'm trying not to deal damage, so I guess I'll just stick with one of those. Technically, just going into a lot of elites right now is really good, and that's what this map is providing me with, really. And wow, okay. This is definitely a bit of a tough fight, but it looks like I've already won, actually. Wait. Okay, well, that was definitely going to be a tough fight. I just kind of didn't have to worry about it, though. Geopot sounds like a great way to make sure I'm not actually benefiting from my Masoko values, as well as if I do get Demon Hand, I should be able to set myself up against it completely gutting my shots. Just because Demon Hand, usually it's not too hard to aim away from a crit. Die to revenge damage, you fools. Bing, bing. 640 damage there is the first number I spotted. That was very lovely. Wow. The raw damage it has is just so beautiful to watch. This is such a fun comp to do. Go on then. Hit me. I dare you. Let's see what kind of passes we're going to get from these elites. 2 elites is very cool. Also some treasure chests between me and them, but I'm not really expecting the treasure chests to mean anything whatsoever. It's just extremely unlikely. Short fuse is actually pretty nice though. Is it? Yeah, no. It's not that handy, but it's certainly not doing anything bad, I think. That's enough shielding to get a kill. Cool. Oh wow, that's just enough shielding to I should be able to kill the tree trunks with this, shouldn't I? That's cool. I wonder, are there any achievements I can go for this run? I did a very good job of getting an achievement last run. I did not expect to be given the opportunity, but I definitely was. And I took it. Although I did get close to death by doing so. Bye bye. So fun. Yeah. Instantly starting off with all the orbs level 3 as well as the passive that is really, really good with this combo. What? That's so good. Really does remind you just how strong it is when it's fully assembled. Like, man, when you get the pieces, it is there. It is really quite good. I'm shocked we got the fiery furnace. That is really cool. Peak would be fun. Don't need it, but it'd be cool to have, that's for sure. Does mean I have to shoot this orb there. Jesus. It's a terrible shot, by the way. As in, like, it was a great shot, but it was a terrible shot. Yeah. I don't usually start off with the chopping bollocks in my deck either, but I like sticking to the 3-in-1 rule for these custom runs, because usually you do have an orb to be the secondary win condition, and whoa, no way! Our passives have been so good this run, oh my lord. Like, yeah, we started off with this one, Essential Oil, which is not exactly part of the combo, but I really like running it in this combo. It's just a massive, massive boost. But the fact that we've just found basically all the pieces that I care about is crazy. Like, the only thing we want now is a training tabard added advantage. Like, begin added advantage from the assault. Oh, look, not quite dead, but pretty much dead. He is not going to survive, especially since these plants are going to try and hit me, which is not very healthy for them. They're just going to die. Come on, then. Nice work, fool. You really thought... Refreshes, Pierce, Meridian, Trinket. Business? I want to see how Meridian Trinket Shield Comp works. That sounds cool. Well, thankfully we are indeed massively scaling because we're going to need it. We are very much going to need it. Oh, I messed up the first shot. Let's try this now. These shots are not the most impressive. There are actually a lot of fights in Area 2 that I am going to need to be extremely careful of. I could just lose a lot of health, potentially. Because the unfortunate thing about the range damage is the second you start not instantly killing them is when you start just not killing them. And that's not healthy for you. You really need to be killing the enemies, unfortunately. Go horrible go. Yeah, don't hit it. Honestly, I'm fine with hitting a crit. Do something like that. Like, mildly worked. I love the difference between Fortification Chopping Block, though, just being a 3 and a 5. 3 is such a smaller number than 5. There's a reason the upgraded Fortifications are so insanely good. Sorry, a shot like this. I did not do what I wanted, but it's all good because this shot does it. Perfect. And yeah, as I was trying to mention earlier, I do love the 3-1 split, so even though Chopping Bollock really is not the highlight of this run at all, it is at least an orb that is trying to do what I'm trying to do. And as such, you know, it's nice to give it a chance to do something because I don't really think it's an orb that deserves the chance to do something. I think that it basically exists as a... Oh, you haven't found Fortification yet? Here, take this for your revenge comp. And not much more in my eyes. Now, I'm sure I could be mistaken, but for the most part, I'm not the most interested in... It's just a total wipeout. I love it. I'm just not the most interested in flat damage improvements. I do think the new Memob is now extremely good. I also think that collateral damage after the buff is good, but collateral damage is not good because of the flat damage that it has. It's good because it's a great AoE orb, and the flat damage is at least decent. And Memob is good now because it's got great targeting, good scaling. Like, the fact that it's a targeting orb, sorry, is great. It's got good scaling, and you combine that with the fact that flat damage is definitely something that can be handy to have, but a lot of the time flat damage is based on other things. So it doesn't really count. And of course I'm not counting Echo as flat damage in this scenario. Echo is just an entirely different beast. Yeah, let's let them hit me. Good luck, you're gonna need it. A few coins left on the board, but not much. Much indeed. Let's go left. I can actually full buy out a store. If I get one more, I can definitely full buy out a store. The remove might be a bit expensive if I don't get one more though. So I might just be doing 3 passives and a remove instead. Okay, you can just end, please, horrible. You're getting 0 damage, this is just all for show, and you just could not get the coin anyway, so I'm just aiming straight at it. Finish up the fight that way, I guess. The shots are scary. It looks like they lack momentum at the last second. Oh man. I have some really bad news for you. Oh no. Oh. I have some really, really bad news for you. In fact, I'm just going to do this every single shot just because it's funny. I am the real shield comp. Look at me. You gotta admit, that was pretty funny. Does make you feel kind of bad for him though. Yeah, I should probably have taken a popping con. I don't think there's really a contest there. I got a contest there. Like, I should have just taken it, but I kind of don't want to. It's nice not to take the good option every single time. Did I see a fortification? No, I did not. There we go. We lose the terrible, and we can add everything to our deck. Cool. Decoy Orb is certainly going to be nice against Demon Hand. Nice. I'm loving how many elites we're getting. Because this is definitely a fight where we can take them on, and it's definitely a fight where we... Sorry, a run. Definitely a run where we want to be taking them on. Also, man, they got completely bonked. Oh, he's just dead here for sure. Because even if my shot doesn't kill him, which it did, there was follow through. Look, I kind of desperately need to beat Demon Wall, and I don't believe that I do in my current state. I think that I do extremely well, but I'm just not fully sure about whether or not I'd actually win. Nice. Honestly, I actually love not getting the crit there. Sorry, getting the crit there. Because it means that I don't do damage, whereas if I don't get a crit, I don't get to watch all that lovely, lovely reflect damage just pile up because I just kill him. Truly very unfortunate, right? Basically 1,000 damage there. Oh, that's nice to see. Honestly, I might as well go to the store. Peace of mind. Yeah, we'll just take a Wool Chicken plus 26 max HP. I'm sure that plus 1 max HP will come clutch, won't it? Oh, not bad. Because now I can actually aim properly and do that. Before I couldn't do that because there was a peg in the way and I just understand a lot less about the... I actually do kind of want to do this. I know that it's troll for the Demon Wolf fight, but I'm trying to troll for Area 3. And hopefully it's not fully troll for the Demon Wolf fight. Let's just ignore you. I'm just going to let you drain as many pegs as you want, and then I'll take care of you. So here's what I want to know. Do I pass through dull pegs? The answer is yes. Cool. Okay, that is actually really good for the what's it called fight? Pigment fight. Because the pigment fight's actually pretty annoying as well. But the fact that you can catch yourself on dull pegs and then head up and then catch yourself again is like so cool. I still have one more chance at what's it called? Cake. So I'm not going to get it, but I should at least hold on to it. Wait. How slowly are you filling up? Oh my god. I should realistically just end it. 165 gold though. Okay, but just imagine I get to 165 gold. You see what I mean though? Like, being able to just go up and spam prop the double picks is actually really quite good. I imagine that's going to matter an awful lot. I quite literally need one more coin. Should be easy enough. Yeah. Okay, can you hurry up, please? You're mine. Perfect. That's 3 passives if need be. Which it probably does. I thought for a moment that was another elite. But no, it's only this fight, which is arguably tougher than the elites. A lot of the time in Area 2, not all the time, because the elite fights in Area 2 are still very tough. I would rather get an elite fight over this fight. This fight has just ended many runs. I think I quite literally had a run ended in the last week for this one. Although, I don't think that one was seen. Oh, I took health loss. Amazing. I forgot that was even possible. Generally, when you have about 250 shield, you kind of just consider yourself to be completely untouchable, and there was that one patch where they made it so that you're not completely untouchable, and now the, oh, I can just shoot the egg. And as such, I should shoot the egg, yes. And now Spinfection will just ignore shielding, which is... could be good, could be bad. I don't know, it depends on which way you look at it. Either way, these are some very nice passives to hit. This is 3 max HP per fight. This is slightly more scaling, which is not bad, like 3 per reload. You're not going to complain. Oh, I can't pick both of these? A bit silly on my behalf, but we're all good. That way I can discount the chop and block. I actually don't want round guard as well. Okay, let's try not to troll here. So I'll start off with a shot like this. Hopefully it does not do that. I'll start off with a shot like this. Alright, much better. I just need to generate a bunch of shielding, claim a bunch of my circle, and then proceed to not hit crits. Now that last part is crucial. It's much more like it. Okay, the bombs are actually amazingly troll. I did not realize how troll the bombs were. Let's try this shot. Oh, I can't get scaling because it's a bloody pebble. Of course the first real shot is a pebble. Oh god, if that was a fortification, I would actually be set. Now, realistically, I should not be shooting the bad orbs, and unfortunately, the good orbs are just being absolutely atrocious. I just can't achieve anything with these orbs. Oh my lord. Like, yeah, I just can't achieve anything. Wow. This is scary. I might just reset this, honestly. Like, this is a bit ridiculous in my eyes. Okay, good. As long as we can actually get scaling this shot. I have a very few more shots to make it. But I have scaled quite significantly at this point. I need the refresh here, or else I'm just going to reset it straight off. Oh. This seems extremely, extremely doable, I'm going to be honest. I feel like we got really unlucky there. Again, what is this? This is just ridiculous. Let's get rid of the egg so I don't have to be discarding it later on, and now let's try and get some scaling going. Like, the fortifications just aren't lining up apparently. I just need to get to like 200, 150 shielding, and then I'm pretty stacked. And I could get there insanely fast. I have such good passives for getting there. This is kind of not happening. Okay, surely, right? No, it just leaves immediately. Can we have the pebble? Like, that pebble before actually hit pegs. Can we just have that shot again? Yeah, okay, thank you. More like this. Good. Because now we have the damage to work with, and I can just do a shot like this. And that's not going to hit a crit. I can get some real damage off of it. I can do a shot like this. It's probably not going to hit a crit. Oh, god damn it. Now I can do a shot like this. It's guaranteed to... oh my lord. Guaranteed to get a 3 times multiplier, but what does that matter? Because it's just going to bounce and hit a crit. Yeah, like, that is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Actually, still semi-real. That's the annoying part. Jesus, man. Did you think that shot was going to kill? Oh, man. Well, now at least we got the constricting chains, and I do definitely love constricting chains here. Definitely a great way to just minimize on my damage, and as well as hitting a crit, right? And maximizing my shield, which is precisely what I'm looking for, because if I'm hitting a crit, I'm basically dealing no damage. And I'm more than happy for him to explode on me, to be honest. I have set myself up for that happening. You know, 105 shield is a pretty good way to just not get affected by it whatsoever. Go on. Oh, right, no movement for you. But at least I can still hit crit, see? So much shooting. So who are we fighting? Who do we get to test our amazing reflecting power on? And Queen Dragon? Damn, squares. Well, I get to get my revenge, right? You stopped me from getting my achievement, I'm going to not damage you whatsoever. That's the best way to get my revenge. Oh, so I could have... I'm gonna do it again, honestly. Proving that I can do it once is not enough. I need to do it twice, you know. Also, let's just quickly check. I didn't actually log onto Steam yet to collect the achievement. Peglin. Bam. Yeah, it's not saying I have it yet. That's fine. I have it open for this run, so I should definitely say it after this run. Wait, I actually got a kill with... Sorry, it's 2 damage. I do 2 damage on a crit. Lord, apparently that's just enough. Okay. If you say so. 1 elite? That's boring. Well, I guess we're ignoring that first store. I guess we're not ignoring that first store. Ah, silly me. I should have known. Your refresh also move. My refresh also crit, right? So adding more refreshes to the board's a great idea. Yeah. I'll do that nonsense. I'll save my removal because I might get a removal here. Cool. It's definitely a solid duplication. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Very sure now. Very sure that 178 shielding is just enough to win this fight straight up. Also, having the 1 extra refresh. Wait. Oh, I thought I saw 2 permanent refreshes on the board. I was mistaken. I only have two refreshes on my board if one of them's temporary. Holy cow. That was 3,000 damage on the first hit. That is actually seriously impressive. Olga, Pincer Maneuver. Pincer Maneuver is a good way to just deal no damage whatsoever. I'll just take the refresher though. Not that it's going to be doing anything in the boss fight, but who cares? Okay, good. I do still get to go there. Alright, I want to take this simply because it makes the numbers so big. And that's just funny. Now I want to take a Unicorn Horn because I like aiming. Sounds good. Would it have been funny if I just kept increasing my max HP? Yes. But like, I also don't really care. Where do I want to go? Left. You see, it's funny if you say left and then you go right. Bombulet? This is an icky fight. I'm not a fan of this one. Luckily, Horrible is here to save the day, apparently. This might be a fight where we're punished for not taking the Inferno Ingot or Popping Con, is what I would say if he wasn't dead. Okay. I mean, it was spooky for a moment. Also, this was a random elite, right? Yeah. That's why I wanted to go this way, because it's just more chances for crits to refresh. There's just more chances for elites, because there are question marks. More question marks than going... Ooh. Oh no, it was Luke. Well, they were just faster. Ooh, actually, this is a really, really good time to test. Because you can now shield these pegs. I need to know if you can also... Sorry, you can slime these pegs. I want to know if you can shield them. I'm very certain that you can't shield them, though. Pretty sure it should have just shielded them there, so... I think that is definitive. Yeah, okay, no. You can't shield those. It might have been because I was passing through it, though. I guess I'll have to retest that. Do you want to get the coin? Ah, okay. Look, I'll accept just going the way I want. It definitely does confuse me. Man, we have so much scaling, it's actually nuts. I love the fact that we're also just never actually using the scaling. That makes me very happy, honestly. I don't want to use it, I just want to kill them with my revenge damage. And I plan on keeping that up for squares. Might be a bit tougher for squares, but I think I should be fine. We are incredibly strong after all. I actually have a lot of max HP gains. It's way more impressive than I realized. Minus 16 HP. Boo-hoo. I have 0 ways to regen it, but I just don't care. Alright, let's see how much... Why are you bouncing off? Oh, oh right, that's my bad. Yep. 44 first shot, that's pretty good. Let's try and up those numbers though. Those are rookie numbers. Boom. Let's get those numbers up again. It's still not very much. Surely, okay, yeah, perfect. There we go. That's the kind of shielding to where you're just like, yep, they could all just hit me constantly and they're just going to collapse now. Bam, bam. Look at that. Like, it dropped him to 1700 health. If he tries to tap me again, I think he just dies. That's fun. I love how they're just like, look, we gain Bulwark and Masoko now. No, this is how you gain Bulwark in the circle. You silly billies. Man, I have hit a lot of pegs, huh? I'm just about to get my refresher block, that's funny. Yeah, wow, they just get popped. Just completely and totally. Wait, what? I didn't want to do. Oh, you lived? 636 shielding and you lived. Oh my lord. I mean, I guess it's only 5 times damage. That does make sense. This run does kind of make me feel like maybe it could be a higher number than 5 times damage though. Because this is like just absolute insane nonsense. And yet, like I've hit all the passives that could possibly make Proposal Service good. Wait, was I at 999 Evolution? I believe I just was. Oh, that's fine. I didn't realize it kept at 999, but that certainly is one of the best ways to find out. um, yeah, but like I was doing all of this amazing reversal server stuff, but I had a training tabard here, and I think you can guess which one's better between the two. That might be a bit tough, but yeah, one of them is just distinctly massively better. I don't care if you've got your one crit on the ball, which you're hitting sometimes, or maybe all shots. It's still just better because you can do better things with it. Eventually, you're not going to hit that crit, and you're just going to one shot the enemies. Although I guess no, I purposely added another like 3 crits onto the board for the Demon Wolf fight. Like, yeah, you could argue that I literally did exactly that in a Demon Wolf fight, and I just wasn't hitting my normal hits. I was always hitting crits, but that was because I made myself do that. I was purposely picking up some passives, which are perhaps not the best idea if you wish to have a coherent circle game plan into the Demon Wall. I am still just a bit shocked, to be honest. We hit Fire Furnace, Training Tabard, Mask of Joy, and I believe there was one other that was extremely, extremely impressive. I may just be talking about I'm training ways. Constricting Chains, because Constricting Chains is also just the perfect passive for this kind of game plan. The half damage you will happily eat up, and the multi-ball is just so perfect. And sure, aiming is cool and all, but it's not that necessary. I was right, by the way. The Radiant Trinket is certainly very interesting with Fortification. As it turns out, that just works out extremely, extremely well. Not as interesting as I'd hoped, and I am, however, very interested in Viridian Trinket plus Dull Pegs. That is a very, very cool combo. It's kind of funny that only monsters can make Pegs dull. Surely we'll be able to do that sometime soon, right? Surely. Yeah. It's nice to use the new mechanic of starting with higher level orbs in your deck, and you can really tell the difference that it made. I'd say that we'd probably only have passives up to like this point if we didn't have all of this free gold that we did not have to spend on these orbs. Not that we should have spent the gold on the shopping bollock, which is kind of sad, isn't it? Like, yeah, well. Look, Chopping Block is a really, really good orb if you've already hit this shield nonsense. When I say the shield nonsense, I'm not talking about opposing stuff, I'm talking about the other stuff. But if you're trying to do opposing certain stuff, yep, that could also work. And you haven't managed to hit a fortification, then yeah, you're going to enjoy it a lot. It's going to put in some great work. The flat damage is probably going to at least be nice, and sometimes, even if it's not particularly a particularly amazing line of text. Like, legitimately, fortification, if it didn't have that second part, is probably just still better than the chopping block, which is yeah, that's a bit rough for chopping block.